Shrouded in secrecy and legend, the RMS Queen Mary Hotel in Long Beach, California, is rumored to be haunted by numerous ghosts. Its eerie corridors and rooms whispering tales of a troubled past that refuses to be silenced. Its dark history is marked by tragic and terrifying events that have left an indelible mark on the ship's psyche, a psychic scar that continues to bleed long after the wounds were inflicted.
You know, I feel here now as if she was standing here, she'd just be dripping of water.
The engine room is especially chilling, its metal walls bearing witness to a young sailor's fatal encounter with a fire that ravaged the space, the acrid scent of smoke and sweat still lingering in the air. Another room is said to be haunted by the spirit of a murder victim, their presence felt in the eerie silence that fills the space, a heavy, oppressive atmosphere that weighs upon the heart. Meanwhile, the pool area is frequented by the ghost of a young girl who met a watery grave, her presence marked by a sorrowful and dripping wet appearance that sends shivers down the spines of even the most skeptical visitors, her mournful cries echoing through the deserted hallways. Guests and staff alike have reported strange occurrences, doors opening and closing with a life of their own, disembodied voices whispering in the dead of night, and unexplained noises that hint at a paranormal presence lurking just beneath the surface, waiting to strike. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures darting around corners, while others have felt icy fingers tracing the nape of their necks. Do you sense her presence, or perhaps that of the many others who met their demise on this doomed vessel, forever trapped between worlds, seeking justice, peace, or perhaps just a way to make amends for a life cut short? I've seen ghostly apparitions at a rectory in Essex, England, a place where the fabric of reality seems to be torn apart, revealing the darkest corners of the human experience. A woman in white haunts my thoughts, and I feel like she's always watching us, even at night, her presence lingering like a chill in the air that refuses to dissipate. You wouldn't expect the quiet village to be haunted, but this rectory is considered England's most haunted house.
We see shadows. I see a woman dressed in white, and I feel she was around us during the course of the night when we've been filming.
A hotbed of paranormal activity that defies explanation and pushes the boundaries of human understanding. The stories about it are terrifying, a testament to the horrors that have unfolded within its walls. Legend says 2 lovers were killed in the old monastery that once stood there, their secret relationship discovered and brutally punished by the unforgiving hands of fate. Today, people say the ghost of one of them haunts the rectory, seeking justice, or perhaps just trying to make sense of the tragedy that befell them. Tenants have reported strange events, bells ringing out in the dead of night, windows shattering without cause, and mysterious messages scrawled on walls in a handwriting that seems to shift and writhe like a living thing. Doors creak open and shut of their own accord, and disembodied whispers echo through the corridors, sending shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. Every September, eerie screams are heard at night, a chilling reminder that some wounds never heal. The rectory's walls seem to reverberate with the pain and suffering of the past, a palpable force that weighs heavily on the psyche. But the truth behind these frightening events remains unknown, a dark mystery that continues to captivate and unsettle all who dare to enter this forsaken place. Some say the rectory is a portal to the other side, a gateway to realms beyond our own. Others claim to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the corners, watching and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. This rectory is a place where the living are not alone. The Stanley Hotel in Colorado, USA, is famous for inspiring the classic horror novel, The Shining. A renowned author stayed in room 217 and experienced strange disturbances, including the sounds of children playing in the hallway. But that's not all. Guests and staff have reported a multitude of paranormal occurrences, from ghostly apparitions to unexplained noises. But the ballroom is where the real horror unfolds. Hotel staff have heard loud party noises only to find the room empty upon investigation. Guests also report hearing the piano playing by itself, creating an eerie atmosphere that sends shivers down the spine. Some have even claimed to have seen the ghostly figure of a woman in a white dress, dancing alone in the ballroom. Even experienced ghost hunters are baffled by the paranormal activity in the ballroom. As they search for answers, they wonder, what's behind these haunting occurrences? Is it the restless spirit of a former guest or employee, or something more sinister? The Stanley Hotel's dark history is sure to send chills down your spine, and we'll delve into more haunted destinations later. But for now, let's explore the depths of fear that reside within these haunted walls. Under the busy streets of Paris lies a frightening underground labyrinth, a secret world that few dare to enter. It stretches for miles, with up to 7 levels, holding the remains of around 6 million people. For centuries, the city's residents buried their dead here, creating a massive grave that's both fascinating and unsettling. The ossuaries, where bones are arranged in a haunting display, are just a small part of the city's vast network of dark tunnels and caverns. In the late 19th century, a brutal massacre took place in one of these underground chambers, leaving behind a trail of blood and terror. With such a grim history, it's no surprise that this subterranean world is said to be haunted. The air reeks of death, and the silence is deafening. It feels like walking through a battlefield where the living are not welcome. Can you sense the weight of the departed bearing down on you? The shadows seem to move of their own accord, and the darkness appears to have a life of its own. This underground realm is a place where the living are unwelcome, and the spirits of the dead refuse to rest. They say that on certain nights, when the moon is full and the city above is asleep, the ghosts of the massacre victims rise up, reliving the horror of their final moments. Others claim to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the corners, waiting to snatch the living and drag them down into the depths. Whether or not you believe the stories, one thing is certain. This underground labyrinth is a place of unspeakable terror, where the past and present collide in a maelstrom of fear. Buried within the heart of Philadelphia lies a foreboding institution, a place where thousands of people suffered for 142 years. Eastern State Penitentiary was a massive prison with almost 1,000 cells, a labyrinthine complex that witnessed generations of inmates living and dying within its cold, unforgiving walls. The prison's dark history is etched with some of the worst punishments in U.S. history, including the infamous water bath, mad chair, and iron gag, designed to shatter the spirits of those who dared to defy. This prison was the first to employ solitary confinement, a cruel tactic that drove many inmates to the brink of madness. The harsh conditions and isolation made Eastern State a living nightmare, a place where hope went to die. The suffering still haunts the prison today, its legacy a chilling reminder of the horrors that once unfolded. Visitors report strange noises and ghostly sightings in the cell blocks, echoes of the past that refuse to fade. Some claim to have seen the spirits of former inmates, still trapped within the prison walls, their whispers and screams echoing through the corridors. Others speak of being haunted by the ghosts of those who met a violent end, their presence felt in the very air. Eastern State Penitentiary's dark past continues to terrify those who dare to enter. Many have attempted to explore its depths, but few have emerged unshaken. The prison's eerie atmosphere clings to visitors like a shroud, leaving an indelible mark on those who dare to confront its horrors. Horror videos capture our attention by playing on our deepest fears. They leave us in suspense, eager to see what happens next. Every scary moment sparks our imagination, making the experience even more frightening. As we watch, our minds fill with terrifying thoughts, and the unknown becomes a source of fear. Our hearts beat faster with each new scare, making us feel more alive. This mix of fear, suspense, and excitement draws us in, making us want more. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the share button to spread the scares. Click the bell icon to stay notified for more thrilling content.